Hello everyone, and today I decided to make a video on my transformers and how to make one yourself. And it's actually quite simple. So, first thing, I have this transformer from an old Xbox power supply. I have no idea what the values are on it, and I probably won't find out in a while, because it just is hard to get working. Alright, the next one I have is from a household power supply. It's a 9-volt. I like AC power, so I've taken out the rectification circuits. That's why I use these. It's 120 volt to 9 volt at around 700 or 1,000 milliamps. Let's see, it's 1,000 milliamps. Or no, that's this one is 1,000 milliamps. This one is, let's see, 500 milliamps. This one is 500. This one is 1,000, and they're both 9 volts. This one is a 12 volt at, I think, 250 to 300 milliamps, somewhere in there. And then this one, I have no idea what milliamps it is, but this is the one I'm making. It's very simple, around a ferrite toroid from an old computer power supply, or the Xbox power supply in my case, which is almost a voltage doubler right about now. Tested it, and this is my lovely power box. I used it to power things that need 120, and I don't have the DC to AC circuit yet, but I will be making one shortly to oscillate and make AC to power it. And then I have this one, which I destroyed right now, and I'm kind of taking the green wire and putting it on the other one for my ferrite power supply thing. So that's about it. Oh yeah, I have this 3-volt transformer here. It takes 120 to 3 volts. I don't know how many milliamps, but not very much. And that's about it for those. So how to make your own? Alright, first thing you need is a ferrite toroid, which you can find in an old computer power supply, or you can buy them from Radio Shack and other places. They're pretty cheap, I think. I'm not really sure. They're not that much, though. Mine came with this wire on it. This wire was already inside the power supply, and it's pretty thick wire. And so it comes with two sides of the wire that are like the exact same length. This is one of the wires, if you can see that. Oh, that's actually showing up better than what it did previously on the other take I recorded, but because of this big ol' wire, it's really thick. I mean, compare it to this green wire here. Got that wire, you got that wire, so it's pretty thick. This is the one that I got from another power supply, which is like almost twice as thick as the other one. So you got that wire, and what you do is you take one side off. One side of it will have those leads on it, and if you take and touch voltage onto them, and you'll see which ones are attached, but they'll probably spark if you touch them together. My multimeter's screwed up, so as you can see, so when I touched it to one side and then touched that side and then touched it with the voltmeter with the other finger, it showed the voltage that I was passing through. So it works. And so you want to leave one half of the wire on. The other half you take off, and then you put on a thinner wire and a lot more of it. You want to wrap it for a voltage doubler. You want to put about twice as much wiring, just a little bit more than twice as much for double the voltage. For triple, just keep going. And just keep adding more wire for what you want. And once you get the wire you want, just clip it off and glue it down or whatever, and you got a transformer. And I like this model better than I do this model, because this model is huge and heavy. This model here is just a light one. There's barely any space taken up by it, and it gets the job done. And it's just really small and light instead of having a huge, big piece of metal hanging around. You just have this little thing. So I actually like this better than having a bigger one. My wire's coming loose, so I'll need to tighten that up before I continue. But I'm going to continue winding this big piece of green wire onto it. And it's pretty long. So I'm going to continue now, and good night.